Well, good morning, fans, and welcome to Pirate Field on the campus of Armstrong State University for today's collegiate baseball game. Your Armstrong State Pirates taking on the Salem International Tigers. It is a busy day of Armstrong State athletics. In fact, it is the busiest day of the spring semester here, as not only do we have baseball for you today, we will be over in Alumni Arena later to bring you Senior Day basketball action for Armstrong State as the Pirates host Francis Marion. But here we're going to bring you the first game of our doubleheader. Armstrong State and Salem International playing one 9-inning game. They'll play a 7-inning game later today. And then tomorrow we're going to play two more games here at Pirate Field, a 9 and a 7 against the Tigers again from Salem International. Also, we've got Armstrong softball in action today. They are down in Melbourne, Florida, in the Florida Tech tournament down there. And also across the way at the brand new Armstrong Tennis Complex, a big dual match as the Pirates taking on Lynn University. Number 1 versus number 3 on the women's side, number 3 versus number 8 on the men's side, and we'll keep you updated on that match. That starts at 1 over, again, at the Armstrong Tennis Complex. But here the Pirates taking on Salem International. Armstrong State 5-2, riding a 4-game winning streak and coming off of a 3-game sweep of Payne College last weekend. Salem International, a team looking for its first win of the season. The Tigers are 0-6. They have come down south now for 3 straight weekends. Last weekend they were in South Carolina taking on Erskine College, and the Flying Fleet swept all 3 games from the Tigers last weekend. And they're playing today against the Pirates, and for Salem International, it'll be Albert Cartenuto on the hill. And for the Pirates, it will be Matt Meeks. Of course, last night we also had the Armstrong Athletic Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 5 new members plus 1 Service Citation Award winner, and 2 of the inductees into the Hall of Fame from Armstrong State baseball. Ricky Meeks, who pitched for the Pirates from 1983 to 86, won 29 games for the Pirates. He was inducted into the Hall of Fame. And then legendary head coach Joe Roberts, who is the all-time winningest coach in Division II history, he was inducted as well. Yes. So Armstrong State and Salem International getting set to introduce the starting lineups to the Pirate Field crowd. Let's go ahead and give them to you here. As for Salem International, it will be Tyler Alt leading things off. He will play shortstop. Donato Galano is the third baseman. He'll bat second. Matthew Flores, the left fielder, will bat third. Zach Mullinax is the cleanup hitter, and he'll play right field. Sean Devaney is the catcher. He'll bat fifth. Stephen Craddock is the designated hitter. He'll bat sixth. Jimmy Kramer, the center fielder, bats seventh. Josh Van Meter, the first baseman, bats eighth. And Trent Dalton will be at second base, and he'll bat ninth. Again, Albert Cartenuto is the starter, making his 4th appearance and first start of the season. No record to 9 earned run average. For Armstrong State, it'll be Mike Warren leading things off. Playing center field, Chandler Corley, the shortstop, bats second. Ryan Patterson, the right fielder, bats third. Zach Goebel will be the designated hitter today for the Pirates. He'll bat fourth. Will Hodges, who had 2 grand slams last weekend in the series against Payne College, will play left field, bat fifth. Timothy Gray, the third baseman, bats sixth. Caleb Slaughter, the first baseman, bats seventh. Mark Felton will be behind the plate today for the Pirates. He'll bat eighth. And Trey Paluski, the second baseman, will bat ninth. On the hill for the Pirates is junior right-hander Matt Meeks. Meeks 1-0 on the season, a 0.77 earned run average. 11 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up just 6 hits, 1 run. He has walked 6 and struck out 15. Well, fans, we are going to break for the national anthem, and we'll come back with the first pitch between the Pirates and the Tigers. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field as Armstrong State takes the field. Junior Matt Meeks getting his second start, third appearance of the season. Meeks, a junior from Kite, Georgia, and a transfer from Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College. Defensively behind Meeks, Caleb Slaughter is at first base, Trey Paluski at second, Chandler Corley at short, Timothy Gray at third, Mark Felton behind the plate, and in the outfield from left to right, it's Will Hodges, Mike Warren, and Ryan Patterson. Pirates in their brand new home white uniforms today, with the Pirates across the maroon and gold stripes. And Salem International in the road green uniforms today with gray pants and black numbers. Again, Salem International 0-6. And Armstrong State comes in at 5-2. And leading things off for Salem International will be Tyler Alt, the shortstop. Alt, a 5'8" freshman from Bloomery, West Virginia, hitting .435, 10 hits and 23 at-bats. 2 doubles, 2 runs batted in. And Matt Meeks' first pitch is right over the plate for a strike. Meeks threw 5 innings last Saturday as that pitch is fouled off. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs as the Pirates defeated Payne 17-8. He threw 6 2/3 shutout against Valdosta in his first appearance of the season in that 16-inning marathon game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count on Alt. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 3. And there's 1 away. So that will bring up the third baseman, Donato Galano. 6-foot senior from Hawaii, hitting .200, 4 hits and 20 at-bats with 1 double and 2 runs batted in. Salem International from West Virginia, used to be in the old West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. That conference no longer exists. It's split up into a couple of leagues, one with football, one without football. Swing and a shot into center field, and that's going to be a base hit for Galano. And Salem International has its first hit of the ball game. And there's a runner on first with 1 out for the left fielder, Matthew Flores. Flores hitting .235 this season. 4 hits and 17 at-bats with a double and a run batted in. Meeks' first pitch to him is a little bit outside for a ball. Flores, 6-foot senior from King City, California. Pirates and Salem International played 2 years ago in a season-opening 3-game series as that fastball's hitting to left field. And that's going to be in front of Hodges for a base hit, so back-to-back hits for the Tigers. Have 2 on with 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Zach Mullenix. Pirates opened up the season with a doubleheader 2 years ago, played 1 game here and then 1 game down at Grayson Stadium. Pirates did win all 3 of those games against the Tigers back in 2015. As Zach Mullenax steps to the plate. Mullenax first pitch is in the dirt for a ball blocked by Felton. Mullenax is a 6'2" junior, Kannapolis, North Carolina, A.L. Brown High School product. Two on, 1 out. We are in the top of the first here at Pirate Field. Meeks' fastball is grounded back to the pitcher They'll go to second for one, on to first, and it is in time. It is a 1-6-3 double play to get the Pirates out of the inning as we head to the bottom of the first with your Pirates coming about. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Armstrong State will get its first look at starting pitcher Albert Cardenudo. A 6-foot sophomore from Miami has made 3 appearances this season. No record and 9 earned run average. 4 innings pitched. He's given up 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. Walked 1, has not struck out a batter. As he will face the top 3 in the order. Mike Warren, the junior center fielder, will lead things off. Chandler Corley, the shortstop, will bat second, and Ryan Patterson will be in right field. He will bat third. So Warren steps to the plate. 5'10" junior from Macon, Georgia. Leading hitter for the Pirates this season, hitting .485. 16 hits and 33 at-bats. He has 2 doubles, a triple, 4 stolen bases, and 11 runs scored. Cardenudo's first pitch, off speed, right over the plate for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swinging a pop-up, very shallow center field, coming on, or going back. No, coming on is the center fielder. And making the catch is Jimmy Kramer for the out. It looked like the whole time that the shortstop, Tyler Alt, was going to make the play, but at the very last moment, Jimmy Kramer called him off and made the catch for out number 1. So that will bring up Chandler Corley. Six-foot junior from Martinez, Georgia, hitting .313 on the season. He pops one up. This will be a little easier play. Second baseman Trent Dalton will make the play. And there are 2 down for Ryan Patterson. Patterson steps in, hitting .474. 9 hits and 19 at-bats. First pitch to him is on the outside corner for a strike. Patterson, 3 doubles, 7 runs batted in. Takes a pitch low for a ball, and the count is 1-1. Fourth-year senior for the Pirates. Grounds this one in to right field. That is a base hit, could be two. Patterson's going to dig for second, and he will make it standing up. It is a 2-out double for Ryan Patterson, and the Pirates have their first base hit of the ball game.
Next up, the DH from Blackshear, Georgia, number 32, Zach Goebel.
And that will bring up Zach Goebel. Who was hitting .375, 2 doubles, a home run, 9 runs batted in for the sophomore. He crushes one into center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding third is Patterson. He will score, and Zach Goebel gives the Pirates a 1-0 lead on the RBI single to center field. So a 2-out double and an RBI single, and the Pirates lead it 1-0. And Will Hodges will now step to the plate. Hodges, the reigning Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week. 6-foot righty from Guyton, Georgia. Had 12 runs batted in, including 2 grand slams in the 3-game series against Payne last weekend. First pitch to him is high for a ball. On the season, Hodges hitting .375. 2 doubles, 2 homers, 13 runs batted in. Next pitch to him is low for ball 2. Pirates have had the first 2 Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week of the season. Tanner Hall was the Freshman of the Week first week, and Hodges this week, as that pitch is at the knees for a strike. The interesting thing is maybe the freshman who's having the best season so far for the Pirates is Timothy Gray, who is on deck. He's hitting .480. Pitch in the dirt, and it's now 3-1. Goebel on at first after the RBI single that gives the Pirates a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. Cartenuto looks over at Goebel. Now delivers the 3-1 pitch, and that one is lined in center field. That is a sharp single for Hodges, and the Pirates have runners at first and second with 2 out.
Next up, the third baseman from Augusta, number 20, Tim Gray.
And Timothy Gray will now bat. Gray, .480 average, 12 hits and 25 at-bats, a double and 7 runs batted in. He has also drawn a team-high 8 walks. That's a .618 on-base percentage. He was 4 for 4 with 4 runs batted in the Pirates' 21-2 win over Payne last Sunday. First pitch to him is high and tight. He ducks out of the way, loses his helmet, but it's 1-0. Goebel on at second, Hodges on at first. 1-0 pitch again high for a 2-0 count. Gray hails from Augusta Westside High School product. And again, the pitch from Cardenuto upstairs, and it's 3-0. The 3-0 pitch, that's a strike. Swing and a shot into left center field. This is going to fall for a base hit, and this is going to roll all the way to the fence. 2 runs will score. Cray's going to dig for 3. The throw comes into third, and he is in with a 2-run triple, and the Pirates now lead it 3-0. So Timothy Gray continues his hot start to his freshman season. And the inning, which started out so promisingly, for Carnudo. He got the first 2 batters out on pop-ups, but 4 straight hits have plated 3 runs to the Pirates as the first pitch to Caleb Slaughter is high for a ball. Double, single, single, triple, and 3 runs are in for the Pirates here in the first. Swing and a miss on the fastball. And it's 1-1. Slaughter hitting .290 on the year. 3 doubles, a home run, 6 runs batted in as the next pitch is a strike at the knees. Slaughter, a junior from Cochran, Georgia, and a transfer from ABAC, like today's starting pitcher, Matt Meeks. Pitch in the dirt, but blocked by the catcher, Devaney, so no chance for Gray to advance. And the count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch grounded to first, and it's off the first baseman's glove. That is going to be an error on the play on the first baseman, Josh Van Meter, and that will get a run home, and it will be 4-0 the score as Gray comes to the plate with the 4th run of the inning for the Pirates.
Next up, the catcher from Valdosta, Georgia, number 26, Mark Felton.
So Mark Felton will step to the plate. The freshman from Valdosta hitting .286. 4 hits and 14 at-bats with 2 doubles and a run batted in. Product of Lowndes High School. Looks at a pitch inside for a ball. Slaughter leads away from first. The fastball high and outside from Cardenudo. And it's 2-0. 4 runs, 4 hits in the inning for the Pirates. 1 error on the Tigers. Swinging a pop-up, but that's going to get out of play. And the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1 pitch again popped up. This one could be playable. Yeah, but the first baseman, Van Meter, could not make the play. It was pretty close to the Salem International fence in their dugout. And the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw over to first. Slaughter back to the bag. Swinging a shot into left field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Slaughter will head to third, and the Pirates will have runners at the corners. For Trey Paluski. Paluski, the 9th batter to hit in the inning. And again, all of these hits and runs for the Pirates coming with 2 outs in this first inning. Paluski steps in hitting .333. 5 hits and 15 at-bats, 5 runs scored. a true freshman from Aiken, South Carolina, and a product of South Aiken High School. Bats with runners at first and third. Cardenudo with the pitch, and that is right over the plate for strike one. Again, 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, 9 and 7 scheduled innings for the 2 days for the Pirates and the Tigers. Pitch in the dirt, and that is going to get away from the catcher, only enough for Felton to go from first to second. So it's a 1-1 count, and the Pirates now have 2 runners in scoring position for Paluski. Next weekend, we'll be back here with you for Davis and Elkins, a 3-game series. Pirates will play a midweek game at Claflin on Tuesday. As the 1-1 pitch from Cardenudo hit into left field, and that is going to fall for a base hit. Both runs will score, and Trey Paluski will drive in a pair. It's now 6-0. So the Pirates have batted around here in the first as Mike Warren will step to the plate. Warren popped out to the center fielder to lead off this inning. Cardenudo's first pitch in the dirt for a ball. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Pirates here in the first. Now, the last 3 runs of the inning have been unearned because of the error to the first baseman, Van Meter, as that pitch is upstairs for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. Cardenudo with the pitch, and that's grounded to second. And that will be the last out of the inning as Dalton flips to the shortstop, Alt, and that retires the side. But the Pirates plate 6 with 2 outs, and we head to the top of the second. Armstrong State leads at 6-0. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We head to the top of the second inning. Armstrong State leading Salem International 6-0, and for the Tigers, it will be the catcher Sean Devaney leading things off. Devaney 133 average, 2 hits and 15 at-bats as the first pitch from Meeks is outside for a ball. Devaney, a senior from Lehigh Acres, Florida, grounds this one to short. Corley up with it, throws on to first, and there's one away. That brings up the designated hitter, Stephen Craddock.
Next up, the DH, number 6, Stephen Craddock.
Craddock's been the hottest hitter for the Tigers as of late. He's hitting .556 on the season, 5 for 9, but went 4 for 5 in the first game of the Erskine series last weekend in South Carolina. First pitch to him is high for a ball. Craddock hails from Man, West Virginia. As the next pitch from Meeks is low. 5'9" sophomore for the Tigers. Fastball fouled back to the screen. And it's 2-1. We'll bring you this game, then we will move to Alumni Arena later today, 4 p.m. Armstrong State women's basketball hosting Francis Marion. And then the men hosting the Patriots at 6, as that one has popped up out of play for a foul ball. It's 2-2. Senior day today for the Pirate men's and women's basketball team. Each team has 4 seniors they'll be honoring in a pregame ceremony today. And then at halftime of our men's game, we will bring out the newest inductees into the Armstrong State Hall of Fame, as there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Craddock out on strikes for the second strikeout of the game for Meeks. And it brings up the center fielder, Jimmy Kramer, 6-foot sophomore from Glendale, California. Meeks' first pitch, fastball right over the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball fouled off. Savannah fire truck here. Hopefully just a spectator visit, not anything going on right now. 0-2 pitch down and away, and it's 1-2 to Kramer. Is that what you're saying, Barry? They're here to check out the Red Hot Pirates? Ground ball to second. Off the bat of Kramer, Paluski gets over there quickly, throws on to first. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Tigers in the second. We head to the bottom of the second inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State leads it 6-0. Bottom of the second inning here at Pirate Field. Chandler Corley, Ryan Patterson, and Zach Goebel to face Albert Cardenudo, who got the first 2 batters out in the first, but then 7 straight Pirates reached base, resulting in 6 runs. And the Pirates lead at 6-0. First pitch to Corley is a strike. Chandler popped out to second in the first inning takes that pitch low, and it's 1-1. Officials today, umpires say Gary Smetana and Arthur Randolph. Randolph behind the plate as there's a ground ball to deep in the hole to short, but the throw not in time. That'll be an infield hit for Chandler Corley, and the Pirates have the leadoff runner on.
Next up, the right fielder from Snellville, Georgia, number 18, Ryan Patterson.
Alt did a nice job just keeping that ball from going into the outfield, but really no chance to get Corley. So now Ryan Patterson will bat with a runner on first, nobody out. Runner goes in the first pitch. It's a hit and run, and Patterson fouls off the first pitch for strike one. Patterson doubled and scored in the first. Fourth double of the year for him. Throw over to first. Corley back to the bag. And the next pitch upstairs, that will even the count at 1-1. Runner goes, throw down to second is well high and into center field, but Corley will just be content to take the stolen base. The pitch was a ball, so it's 2-1 on Patterson. And Corley has the steal. And that is his third stolen base of the year. Chandler Corley 3 for 3 on the base pass. And a shot to the shortstop. Alt catches it on a line for the first out of the inning.
Next up, the DH from Blackshear, Georgia, number 32, Zach Goebel.
I'll bring up Zach Goebel. Goebel hitting .400, had an RBI single his first time up in this game. 10 runs batted in on the season already for Goebel as that first pitch is high. He had 13 all of last year in 23 games. Pierce County High School product, Blackshear, Georgia native, in his second season with the Pirates. 1-0 pitch from Cardenudo, popped up in the infield. And the third baseman, Donato Galano, will make the catch for out number 2.
Next up, the left fielder from Guyton, Georgia, number 23, Will Hodges.
So I will bring up Will Hodges. Singled and scored in the first. Cardenudo's first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Albert Cardenudo out of Miami, Florida, making his first start of the year. As that is hit deep to left. Drifting back, though, just in front of the warning track is the left fielder, Matthew Flores. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So Cardenudo settles down after the rough first inning, gives up a leadoff single, but nothing else. We head to the third. Armstrong State leads it 6-0. head to the top of the third inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State leading it 6-0. And Josh Van Meter, the first baseman, will lead things off. He looks at a pitch from Matt Meeks high for a ball. He'll be followed by Trent Dalton and then Tyler Alt for Salem International. Meeks' 1-0 pitch, high again. And it's 2-0. Van Meter hitting .063 early part of the season. 1 hit and 16 at-bats. Does have a couple of runs scored and shoots this one up the middle for a base hit. So second hit of the year for Van Meter is a leadoff single here in the third for the Tigers. And that'll bring up Trent Dalton, the second baseman. Dalton, a senior from Logan, West Virginia. Hitting .278, 5 hits and 18 at-bats for the Tigers. First pitch to him, inside for a ball. Showed bunt, but the pitch was well inside, so he had to spin out of the way. And it's 1-0. Fastball, late swing, and it's fouled off down the right side for strike one. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Pirates. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Salem International. Swinging a grounder to short, could be 2. They go to Paluski for 1. The throw is not in time. It pulled Slaughter off the bag, but they do get the lead runner, so 1 out in the inning, and Dalton is now on at first. It was a very slow roller, so Paluski felt like he had to hurry the throw, and that just enough to pull Slaughter off the bag. I'll bring us back to the top of the Salem International order for Tyler Alt, who is a strikeout victim of Matt Meeks. Hits this one down the line, foul, and it's 0-1. Meeks played for 2 years at Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College as a sophomore, 7-5 with a 2.73 earner on average and 15 starts. Swing and a miss, and Alt falls behind in the count, 0-2. Meeks struck out 72 batters in 85 2/3 innings of work. He was an All-State honoree for Johnson County High School in 2014. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch for Meeks, swung on and foul tipped. Felton couldn't hold on to it, so it's a foul ball, and the count remains 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Meeks from the stretch and the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Alt down on strikes for the second time today against Meeks, and there's 2 away.
Next up, third baseman, 15,
Donato Galano will step to the plate. He had a 1-out single in the first inning against Meeks. Senior right-hander from Hawaii looks in. Meeks' first pitch, pop foul. That's going to be behind the Salem International dugout, out of play for strike 1. Off-speed pitch low, and it's 1-1 to Galano. One pitch is a strike. The ball popped out of the glove of Felton, but not far enough away for the runner to advance, so the count is 1-2. Salem International. There's a swing and a miss, and Felton's going to have to scramble, and he will not be able to make the play. So it's a strikeout, but it's not an out in the inning, as Galano reaches first base. And so there's now runners at first and second with 2 out. And there are 2 on after Galano reaches on the wild pitch following the strikeout. So credit Meeks with his 4th strikeout of the game. And now Flores will bat. First pitch to him is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Flores singled off of Meeks in the first, but then was erased on an inning-ending double play. Meeks gets the sign from Felton, the 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and the runners will advance. And then the throw hits the third base coach. Felton threw it wide of the bag at third. That would have scored a run had it not hit the Salem International coach. But as it is, there's runners now on second and third, and a 1-1 count on Flores. One pitch hit. That is a fair ball down the first base line. 2 runs will score. Flores will pull up into second base. A 2-run single for Salem International makes it 6-2. So Salem International answers the 6 runs put up by the Pirates in the first with 2 here in the top of the third. And it brings up the right fielder, Zach Mullinex, who grounded into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first inning. Meeks' first pitch to him is a strike at the knees. One pitch that is in the dirt, but blocked by Felton. And the 0-1 pitch is a strike. Or 1-1 pitch is a strike, so the count is now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Matt Meeks trying to finish off the inning as this one is popped up foul out of play. Another foul ball. Off the bat of Mullenix keeps him alive in this at-bat. Swing and a shot into right field. Patterson camps underneath and makes the catch, and that will retire the side. But Salem International scores a pair. We head to the bottom of the third. 6-2. Armstrong State leads. We move to the bottom of the third inning. Timothy Gray, Caleb Slaughter, Mark Felton. And we have a substitution here for Salem International as number 11, Ethan Turner, has come into the game for Jimmy Kramers, and they've sort of realigned the defense in the outfield here as Gray looks at a first pitch strike from Cardenudo. Kramer out of the game as there's a pitch high for a ball. And the 1-1 pitch low for ball two. Okay. 2-1 pitch fouled off, and the count is now 2-2. I think Flores moved to center field and Turner's in right. Okay, so so 3 balls, 2 strikes the count as we get the outfield sorted out here. Turner comes in to right field. Molnex moves to center field. Flores is in left, and Felton draws the walk. Or excuse me, Gray draws the walk. Felton comes to the plate.
Next up, the first baseman from Cochran, Georgia, number 15, Caleb Slaughter.
Caleb Slaughter looks at the first pitch. Strike from Cardenudo. The ground ball to third, could be two. Galano goes to second for one, on to first. It is a 5-4-3 double play. Turned by the Tigers. And now Mark Felton will bat. So 2 down in the inning. And Felton steps to the plate, singled his first time up. Off-speed pitch from Cardenudo, low for a ball. Not used to the third inning defensive substitution there, Barry. Kind of threw me off for a bit. That's a sharp shot to short. But the throw is well high, and Karam's off the dugout, so Felton is going to reach on the two-base throwing error by the shortstop, Tyler Alt. So the Pirates get a runner on second with 2 down on the error, and Trey Paluski will now bat. Paluski singled in a run his last time up. First pitch to him, grounded in the hole. That's into left field for a base hit. Felton will have to stop at third, but Paluski is 2 for 2. And the Pirates have runners at the corners for Mike Warren.
Next up, the center fielder from Macon, Georgia, number 16, Mike Warren.
Mark Felton on at third, Trey Paluski on at first, Mike Warren at the plate, 0 for 2. Hit no fielder's choice his last time up. And he looks at a pitch upstairs for a ball. Salem International, as I told you, part of the West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. That conference folded. Salem International now competes as an independent school, though they are part of the ECAC in several sports as affiliate members. Thrower to first, Paluski back to the bag. Another throw over to first. Just trying to dirty Paluski's jersey and pants. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch fouled off at the plate. It's 1-1. Armstrong State softball playing down in Melbourne, Florida, won their first game of that tournament yesterday, 10-2 over Stonehill. 4 more home runs for the Pirates, including 2 more for Hannah Reppert, a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. As the Pirates improve to 5-1, they'll have. There's a ground ball into left. That's a base hit for Mike Warren. 1 run will score. And that makes the score 7-2, unearned run against Cardenudo, but the Pirates answer the 2 put up by the Tigers in the first and the top of the third with 1 run. And it brings up Chandler Corley. The Pirate softball team will play number 16 ranked St. Leo at 12:30 today down in Melbourne, and then later today we'll play East Stroudsburg. First pitch high and tight for a ball, and it's 1-0. Also going on right now over beyond the left field wall, the Armstrong State soccer team is holding its annual alumni game. As there's a pop-up, very shallow center field. The shortstop, Alt, will make the grab, and that will retire the side. Pirates get one back. We head to the fourth. 7-2, Armstrong State leads. We head to the top of the fourth inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State 7-2, leading Salem International. Again, first of two today from Pirate Field. We'll have a 7-inning game after this. We will not have that for you on our webcast. We're going to take our gear over to Alumni Arena to get set for Senior Day basketball, but you can follow Game 2 on live stats on ArmstrongPirates.com. As Matt Meeks' first pitch to the catcher, Sean Devaney, is high for a ball. Devaney grounded out to short his first time up. Looks at a pitch low for ball 2. But we will be back with you here tomorrow for both games to wrap up the weekend series, as this one's lifted into short left field. And in foul territory, Corley and Hodges give chase, but will not be able to make a play on it. It falls for a foul ball and strike one. Another 11 a.m. start here tomorrow for the Pirates and the Tigers. Again, a 9-inning game followed by a 7-inning game to wrap up the weekend series. Two balls, one strike. Meeks into the wind, and the delivery, that is a fastball at the knees, and it's now 2-2. Just past noon here at Pirate Field, 1 hour into this one. Shot into deep right field, and Ryan Patterson is not going to be able to come up with it. Devaney's going to dig for 3. And he will make it in time, and the throw is high. And this is going to be a play at the plate, and out at the plate is Devaney, trying to advance on the errant throw. Did you see through that, Barry? So it's a triple and then 1-2, the out. So it counts as a hit, but it is also the first out of the inning. And it brings up the designated hitter, Stephen Craddock. Craddock strikeout victim of Meeks in the second inning. Takes the first pitch low for ball one. Two balls, one strike. The count on Craddock, the designated hitter. And a chopper. This is a fair ball, but it will kick foul as Slaughter takes it on the short hop. Just foul, and the count is 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Craddock heads back to the batter's box. And the pitch for Meeks. Down and away for ball three. Three-two pitch grounded to second. Paluski slides, picks it up, throws on to first, and there's two away. So this will bring up the right fielder Ethan Turner, who came in defensively in the bottom of the third inning for Jimmy Kramer. Turner, a 5'10 sophomore from Slanesville, West Virginia, hitting 200 on the season. Looks at a pitch high for a ball. Turner 1 for 5 with a run scored. This is his 5th appearance of the year for Salem International. Pops this one up into foul territory. Slaughter's going to give chase, but he'll watch it fall out of play for a strike. One ball, one strike. And that pitch is low for ball two. Fastball big, swing and a miss by Turner. It's 2-2. Pirates opened up the season down in Daytona Beach. Went 1-2, losing a 16-inning game to Valdosta, coming back beating Embry-Riddle, and losing again to Valdosta as there's a swing and a miss, strike three. Meeks picks up the strikeout. Salem International gets a hit, but the play at the plate cuts down a run. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Pirates lead at 7-2. Ryan Patterson leads off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Pirates. 1 for 2 with a double and a line out. It'll be Patterson, Goebel, and Hodges to face Cardenudo, who just had that one rough stretch in the first inning. 7 straight batters reached, 6 runs scored. Since then, he's actually limited the Pirates to just 3 hits and 1 run as the first pitch to Patterson is low for a ball. Next pitch also low, and it's 2-0. Pirates were supposed to play on Wednesday over in Sumter, South Carolina, as that pitch is a strike. But it was a very rainy day in Sumter, and so the Pirates postponed that game against Catawba, still trying to work out a makeup date of that game. 2-1 pitch downstairs for ball 3. So the Pirates' next trip will be to Claflin on Tuesday to face the Panthers at 5 p.m. As ball 4 will send Patterson down to first. And it will bring up Zach Goebel, who had an RBI single and a pop out in his 2 at-bats today. Pirates will play at Claflin Tuesday, here next weekend for 3 games, and then a midweek game against USC Beaufort as the first pitch to Goebel is high. On March 1st, before we finally start Peach Belt Conference play, hosting USC Aiken for a 3-game series on March 3rd through the 5th. And that one hits him. So Goebel is hit by the pitch, and a rough start to the 4th for Cardenudo, and that's going to spur some activity in the Salem International bullpen. As Will Hodges comes to the plate. And we're going to get a brief visit to the mound. Head coach Addison Rouse for Salem International coming out to talk to Cardenudo. We'll take a short break and come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. Being on the mound is done, and now Cardenudo will go to work on Will Hodges. Left fielder for the Pirates, 1 for 2, flew out to deep left field his last time up. First pitch to him here is high for a ball. Ryan Patterson on at second, he walked. Zach Goebel on at first, he was hit by a pitch. And Hodges swings and fouls off the 1-0 offering. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Cardenudo, by the way, has thrown 64 pitches. This one hit deep to left, but it's curving, and it will hit foul for strike 2. 65 pitches now for Cardenudo, 34 strikes. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning here. Pirates leading at 7-2, 7 runs, 9 hits for Armstrong State, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Salem International. And a swing and a miss, and Hodges is out on strikes. And Cardenudo comes right back and dials up his first strikeout of the game. And with 1 down, it brings up Timothy Gray. He is 1 for 1 today with a walk and a 2-run triple that came in that 6-run first inning. First pitch to him is a strike. Gray now hitting an even .500 on the season. 13 hits and 26 at-bats. And he pops this one up in foul territory. Van Meter, the first baseman, will make the catch for out number 2. So 2 down, 2 runners still on for Caleb Slaughter, who grounded into a double play his last time up. He has also reached on an error. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. If I recall correctly, all 7 runs scored by the Pirates in this game have come with 2 outs. So I guess we were just waiting to get 2 outs before bringing a couple of these runners home. Slaughter with a 1-0 count, hitting .273 now on the year. Calls time at the plate. Pirates' first 2 batters in the first inning popped out, but then 7 straight batters reached. We had a double, a triple, an error, and 6 runs came across, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 1. In the third inning, had a leadoff walk, a double play, but in an error and 2 singles brought home the 7th run of the game for the Pirates. One pitch, popped foul. That will get out of play. We're telling you about the soccer alumni game. A lot of people in town for that. Former players, current players, of course, here as well. But one of the reasons they were in town was the induction of Christina Pascutti into the Armstrong State Hall of Fame last night. Pascutti played from 2009 to 2012, scored 36 goals in her career, as the count is now 2-2. After that pitch is inside. Pascutti, the 3rd leading scorer in goals all time for Armstrong State. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and grounded to short. Flipped to second. By Alt is in time, and that will retire the side. So the Pirates get a couple on, but Cardenudo gets out of the jam. We head to the 5th. Armstrong State leads 7-2. Josh Van Meter leads off the top of the 5th inning for Salem International. He'll He'll be followed by Trent Dalton and Tyler Alt. As Van Meter singled in the third inning and then scored on the two-run double by Matthew Flores. Meeks' first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Meeks threw 4 innings, plus 60 pitches, 39 strikes for the junior. Swinging a grounder to second, Paluski will bobble it, stay with it, throw on to first, and that's the first out of the inning. That thing was almost running a little too slow for Paluski, but he was able to stay with it, make the play, and 1 down for Dalton, the second baseman. Dalton reached on a fielder's choice. As the first pitch to him is low, so it was actually Dalton who scored on the 2-run double, not Van Meter. Swinging a grounder through the hole, that's going to get through for a base hit. So Dalton with a single to left. 6th hit of the game for Salem International, and the Tigers have a 1-out base runner for Tyler Alt, who has had trouble with Meeks here in this game. 2 at-bats and 2 strikeouts. Meeks has struck out 5 through 4 1/3. And first pitch here is high and outside for ball 1. The other Armstrong State Athletic Hall of Fame honorees inducted last night as there's a strike. We told you about Pascutti, head coach Joe Roberts, baseball player, pitcher Ricky Meeks, also from the men's tennis team Mick Irdoya, who played from 2009 to 2012, here last night to be inducted. And then one women's tennis player who could not be here, Johanna Dahlbach, who played from 2005 to 2008, just had a baby, so she had her video acceptance from across the pond. She currently lives in Norway, working for an advertising firm, and good to hear from her by video. Hit and run, grounder to third. They'll still be able to go to second for 1, on to first. 5-4-3 double play, and that will get the Pirates out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-2, Armstrong State leads. Bottom of the 5th inning here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State leads Salem International 7-2. And Mark Felton, Trey Paluski, and Mike Warren will face Albert Cardenudo, who has given up 7 runs and 9 hits, but only 3 of the 7 runs are earned. He has walked a pair, hit a batter, but also struck out 1. Grounder to third here. Up with his Galano, he throws over to first, and there's 1 away. That brings up Trey Paluski 2 for 2 with an RBI single in the first. Pushed his average up to 412. First pitch is upstairs for a ball. One ball, no strikes. The pitch down low for ball 2. Swing and a shot into center field, but drifting back a couple of steps and making the catch is Zach Mullinax for out number 2. And with 2 down, it brings up Mike Warren, who drove in a run with a single his last time up. That is the last run scored by either team in this game. Pirates put up 6 in the first, 1 in the third. Salem International with 2 in the third. It tries to bunt his way on, does Warren. Fielded by, but bobbled by the pitcher. I'm going to give that a hit because that would have been a very, very tough play for Cardenudo to throw out. So a bunt single for Warren gives the Pirates a 2-out base runner. And Chandler Corley comes to the plate.
Number 7, Chandler Corley.
So Corley steps to the plate 1 for 3 with a single. Warren goes in the first pitch and no throw down to second. Pitch was a ball. And Warren steals second to move into scoring position. Fifth steal of the year for Warren. The 1-0 pitch popped in the air into right field. Drifting over is Turner, and he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. We are through 5 here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State leads Salem International 7-2. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field, top of the 6th inning. Armstrong State leading Salem International 7-2. Donato Galano, the third baseman, leads things off. A single and a strikeout, but he did reach on that strikeout as the first pitch here is a strike. There was a pass ball on the third strike. Guano made it to first and then scored on the two-run double by Matthew Flores. Pitch in the dirt from Meeks makes it 1-1. Swing and a shot into deep left field, but drifting back is Hodges. Just before the warning track, he'll make the catch for out number one. So that will bring up Flores, who is 2 for 2. He has 2 of the 6 hits for the Tigers here today. Singled in the first, and then had that two-run double in the third. First pitch from Meeks, low for a ball. Two balls, no strikes. Meeks with the pitch, and that's high. So Meeks falls behind in the count to Flores, 3-0. 3-0 pitch, that's a strike. And it's 3-1. Swinging a grounder to third. Gray takes it on the high hop, throws high to first, but Slaughter able to come up with the catch, come down and make the tag on Flores for the second out of the inning. So 2 down for Zach Molinex. 0 for 2, flied out to right his last time up. Started the game in right field, moved to center field defensively in the third inning. First pitch from Meeks is a strike, and it's 0-1. 75 pitches now for Matt Meeks, 48 of those for strikes, as that pitch is low. Meeks majoring in business economics here at Armstrong State. One pitch, that's a strike at the knees, and it's 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and missed. Felton will have to throw down to first to complete the strikeout, which he does, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down go the Tigers in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates lead it 7-2. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ryan Patterson leads things off for the Pirates, who have 7 runs and 10 hits here this afternoon in Game 1 of our doubleheader. Salem International, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. And the first pitch to Patterson from Albert Cardenudo is a strike. It's 0-1. Patterson 1 for 2 with a double. Drew a walk his last time up. Takes a strike. And Cardenudo gets ahead 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch downstairs for ball 1. 82 pitches for Cardenudo through 5 innings, 45 of those for strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I guess we had the count wrong. It's now 2-2. And a shot into left field. This one is carrying, and it's still carrying, and it's over the head of the left fielder up against the fence. Flores couldn't find it, and it hit on the warning track and up against the fence. So a second double of the day for Ryan Patterson, this time to left field. And the Pirates have the leadoff runner in scoring position.
Now up the DH from Blackshear, Georgia, number 32, Zach Goebel.
So we'll bring up Zach Goebel. Hit by a Cardenudo pitch his last time up. So he's 1 for 2 today. First pitch is inside for a ball. Goebel last year at 264. In 23 games, making 19 starts, already here hitting 385 in his sophomore season. And as we said, almost has reached his RBI total from last year, as that pitch is a strike. Goebel also seeing duty in the mound last year, 4 appearances. He's pitched a scoreless inning this year. That was against Morehouse in the Pirates' home opener a week and a half ago. Off-speed pitch, letter high for a strike. It's 1-2. That was a high strike to the 6'2 sophomore. One-two pitch hit in the air to center field. The left fielder will take it. Throw to third is not in time, and tagging and advancing on the play is Patterson on the fly out to left by Goebel. And now Will Hodges will step to the plate. Oh, they called him out? So apparently Ryan Patterson left early from second base. And so now there's 2 out and nobody on. So Will Hodges at the plate. And it's a 3-0 count on Hodges. Fly ball into left field, but curving, and that will hit foul. The rare appeal play that is granted. Patterson out as Hodges will draw the walk. And Timothy Gray will come to the plate.
Next up, the third baseman from Augusta, number 20, Tim Gray.
Gray 1 for 2, had a 2-run triple in the first. Takes a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Hodges started towards second when Cardenudo took his foot off the rubber. Had to scramble back to first, but no throw was made. Swinging a foul ball out of play, and it's now 0-2 on Gray. We're in the bottom of the sixth. 7-2 our score has been that way since the third inning. Runner goes, though, 2 pitches in the dirt, throw down to second base is not in time, and Hodges has a stolen base. And it's a 1-2 count on Gray. And the 1-2 pitch fouled over towards the Pirates dugout. Armstrong Tennis taking the courts at 1 today against Lynn University in a dual match. Tough matchup for the Armstrong State women, top ranked right now, but number 3 Lynn coming to town to try and end what now is a 166 consecutive home match winning streak for the Pirates dating back to 2003. Lynn last night played on these courts and defeated Columbus State 5-0. Pirates played Lindsey Wilson, who is the number 2 ranked team in NAIA, and beat them 5-0. Another foul ball off the bat of Gray keeps him alive. On the men's side, the Pirates ranked 3rd, playing Lynn, who's ranked 8th. Lynn lost to Columbus State last night on our courts. Pirates defeated Lindsey Wilson 5-1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch fouled off again. 100 pitches now for Cardenudo, 56 for strikes. The 1-2 pitch grounded to short, or to third, excuse me. Throw to first is not in time. It pulled the first baseman off the bag, so that's going to be an error on the third baseman, Galano, and the Pirates have runners at the corners.
Now batting the first baseman from Cochran, Georgia, number 15, Caleb.
For Caleb Slaughter. So Galano twice bobbled the ball, and then when he finally got a hold of it and threw to first, it pulled the first baseman Van Meter off the bag. So 3rd error of the game for the Tigers, and Caleb Slaughter swings and misses at the first pitch from Cardenudo for strike 1. Slaughter, junior college transfer from ABAC, played 2 years there, earned all conference honors both seasons for ABAC. Swings and fouls the 0-1 pitch out of play. As a sophomore, hit .317 with 9 home runs, 41 runs batted in. As a freshman at .349, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in, and 13 steals. Runner goes from first. It's a fly ball into deep right field, but over to make the catch is Turner, and that will retire the side. Pirates threaten, but do not score. We go to the top of the 7th. Pirates lead it 7-2. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. We head to the top of the 7th inning. The catcher, Sean Deviney, leads things off. He tripled his last time up, as there was a swing and a miss for strike 1, but the throw from the outfield went over the head of the third baseman, Gray. Deviney then tried to score, but Matt Meeks ran it down near the Pirate dugout and was able to throw out Deviney at the plate for the out. Pitch was a ball, so it's 1-1 now to Deviney. Swinging a foul ball, that's out of play behind us, and it's 1-2. Deviney out of Lehigh Acres, Florida, 5'10" senior from Riverdale High School. 1 ball, 2 strikes, fastball high, and it's 2-2. Matt Meeks into the 7th. He's thrown 6 innings, given up 6 hits, 2 runs, as that pitch is fouled off. 83 pitches, 53 strikes for the junior right-hander. Through 6 2/3 in his first outing in relief, through 5 here last weekend against Payne. Now the 2-2 pitch again, swung on and missed, strike 3. Meeks has now struck out 7 through 6 1/3, and it brings up the designated hitter, Steve Craddock. 0 for 2, grounded out to second his last time up. First pitch to him, low and in for a ball. 1-1 pitch inside for ball 2. Swinging a grounder to short. Corley up with it. Throws on to first, and there's 2 away.
Now batting the right fielder, number 11, Ethan Turner.
Armstrong State leads St. Leo 2-0 or 2-1, excuse me, in softball. Or first pitch to Turner. Well, actually, live stats have things switched around a bit. Two 2-1 is the score. St. Leo leads Armstrong State. But Hannah Reppert with another home run. A solo shot in the first inning. As there's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and Meeks is out. Meeks gets Turner out on strikes. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's the 7th inning stretch. Stand up wherever you are. Pirates lead at 7-2. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field, and new pitcher for Salem International is Michael Rupp, 5'10" left-hander from Bradenton, Florida, coming in relief of Albert Cardenudo. Cardenudo, 6 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, but only 3 earned, walked 3 and struck out 1. And Rupp making his 5th appearance of the year, 0-1 with a 16.62 earned run average.
26, Mark Felton.
He's thrown 4 1/3 innings, given up 11 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. And he will face Mark Felton leading off the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is grounded foul for strike 1. Felton 1 for 3. A single, reached on an error, and grounded out to third in his 3 at-bats today. Okay. 0-1 pitch bounces in front of the plate for a ball. And next pitch is in the dirt too, so it's now 2-1 on Felton. 2-1 pitch hits the plate for ball 3. And the 3-1 pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. And the 3-2 pitch is low for ball 4, so a leadoff walk to Felton from the reliever Michael Rupp will bring up Trey Paluski.
Now back to second baseman, number 8, Trey Paluski.
Paluski, 2 for 3, flew out to center field his last time up. Felton elicits a throw from Rupp. Rupp's first pitch, low and in. Paluski showed bunt, but hopped out of the way of the pitch, so it's ball 1. And now a quick visit to the mound to try and calm down Rupp here. Again, 7-2, Armstrong State leading it here. We have been scoreless since the 3rd. The 1-0 pitch, that is a strike, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss. And Rupp comes back and gets ahead in the count on Paluski, the freshman from Aiken, South Carolina. 4 freshmen in the lineup for the Pirates today, with Felton, Gray, Hodges, and Paluski. And the 1-2 pitch is inside for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch lifted in the air to left field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Felton will stop at second, but Paluski has a 3-hit day. And the Pirates have 2 on with nobody out for Mike Warren.
Next up, the center fielder from Macon, Georgia, number 16, Mike Warren.
Warren reached on a bunt single his last time up. He is 2 for 4 with an RBI. Warren shows bunt, takes the pitch low for ball 1. Rupp checks the runner at second, now delivers, and again, Warren shows bunt, but he fouls off the pitch. So it's 1-1. 7 runs, 12 hits for Armstrong State. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Salem International. Game 1 of 2, a 7-inning contest to follow this game. And again, we'll have that for you here on Live Stats at ArmstrongPirates.com. 1-1 pitch, throw behind the runner at third, and it gets away from the second baseman. So each runner will advance So that's an error on Salem International to move the runners to second and third on the pitcher, Rupp. So great opportunity for the Pirates here to break the scoring drought. 1-1 pitch, and Warren looks at it high for ball 2. Bunt sign now off for Warren with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out. And the 2-1 pitch upstairs for ball 3, and Rupp is in danger of loading the bases. The 3-1 pitch hit to the shortstop, but he can't hit it. He can't get a hold of it. That'll be a base hit and an RBI for Warren. And it's now 8-2. And we will have a pitching change here at Pirate Field. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. The new pitcher for Salem International is the third baseman, Donato Galano. And he faces Chandler Corley here with 2 on, 1 in here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pirates leading at 8-2. And that pitch gets away from the catcher, so The runners will advance on the wild pitch. Ethan Turner comes in from right field to play third base in place of Galano. And Stephen Craddock, who has been the DH today, will go into the game in right field. So a 2-1 count on Chandler Corley as that pitch is low for a ball. Corley 1 for 4 today with a single. And a 3-1 pitch is fouled out of play, so the count runs full. Three balls, 2 strikes. And that is high for ball 4, and the bases are loaded.
Now batting the right fielder from Snellville, Georgia, number 18, Ryan Patterson.
So Ryan Patterson will bat with the bases full. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And the first pitch gets away from the catcher but hits the brick part of the backstop and caroms right back to the catcher, Deviney, so no chance for the runners to advance. And it's 1-0 on Patterson. Ryan has a pair of doubles today, 2 for 3, has also drawn a walk. Next pitch from Galano is a strike. 8-2, but the Pirates looking to add more here in the 7th. 1 run already in on the Mike Warren infield RBI single. And that pitch well high. And it's 2-1 to Patterson. Swing and a shot to deep right field. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. A grand slam home run for senior Ryan Patterson, and the Pirates lead it 12-2.
Grand slam, Ryan Patterson.
And so we've got another pitching change for Salem International. We'll tell you about when we come back. You're listening to Pirate Baseball. So the third pitcher in the inning for Salem International is Trent Dalton, who comes in from second base to pitch. Galano will go back to third base. And Ethan Turner, who began this game in right field when he came in for Jimmy Kramer, goes from third base to second base. And Dalton will face Zach Goebel. And actually, we may have another change here for the Tigers. Do you see anything? Oh. So everything okay with the umpiring crew with regards to the Salem International substitutions, and Zach Goebel will step to the plate. And the first pitch to him is a ball. 12-2, Pirates breaking this one open with 5 runs in the 7th, 4 on the grand slam from Ryan Patterson. The third grand slam of the year. Will Hodges had 2 last weekend in the series against Payne. 1-1 pitch in the dirt for a ball. And it's 2-1. Still nobody out in the inning. As there's a shot in the left field, that's a base hit for Goebel. And it brings up Will Hodges. 1 for 3, walked his last time up. Rupp started the inning, gave up 2 hits and a walk. Then Galano came in, gave up a walk, and then the grand slam home run. As there's a shot in the left field for a base hit for Hodges. So back-to-back singles for the Pirates off of Dalton. And now Timothy Gray will step to the plate. Gray reached on an error his last time up. He is 1 for 3 with a 2-run triple today. He hits a short fly ball into center field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. They will hold the runners because they were waiting to see if that one would be caught. But the bases are now loaded again for Caleb Slaughter, who is the 9th batter to hit in the inning for the Pirates. First pitch low and in for a ball to Slaughter. Looking for his first hit of the game, as Caleb Slaughter is the only Pirate in the lineup who has not gotten a hit today, though he has been on base a couple of times. Next pitch to him is high, so it's 2-0. Breaking ball, that's going to drop in for a strike from Dalton. And it's 2-1. 2-1 pitch, check swing, and they're going to say that, or they're going to appeal and say that Slaughter did go around on the pitch, so it's 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Dalton in the dirt for a ball. And the count is now full. Three-two pitch hit in the air to right center field. This one is going to be up against the fence. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Throw to third, not in time. It is a 2-run double for Caleb Slaughter. And the Pirates now lead at 14-2.
Now batting the catcher from Mount Austin, Georgia, number 26, Mark Felton.
So Mark Felton steps the plate. He started this inning with a walk. First pitch to him is a strike. And it's 0-1. So with that hit by Slaughter, the 2-run double, every Pirate player in the lineup has gotten at least 1 hit. Next pitch in the dirt for a ball. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Dalton high for ball 2. And the 2-1 pitch high as well. So 3-1 the count. As Salem International struggling to get anyone out here in the 7th. 7 runs in. 9 batters have come to the plate. And there's a swing and a miss on the high fastball. And it's 3-2. Three-two pitch grounded foul down the third base side. Three balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch grounded through the hole into left field. That's a base hit. Scoring is Gray, and it's now 15-2. And the Pirates are going to bring in a pinch hitter as Stetson Smith is going to bat in place of Trey Paluski.
Now batting the second baseman, number 3 from Blackshear, Georgia, Stetson Smith.
Stetson Smith, the sophomore from Blackshear, Georgia, coming in to pinch hit for Paluski. 1 for 10 on the season. First pitch to him is a strike, and it's 0-1. Runners on the corners. Again, still nobody out as that pitch is in the dirt for a ball. 15 runs on 19 hits for the Pirates. As the 1-1 pitch is grounded through the hole in the left field for a base hit. Slaughter will score, and it's now 16-2.
And that brings back up the center fielder, number 16, Mike Warren.
Mike Warren steps to the plate. He drove in a run earlier this inning with an RBI single. And then that pitch gets away from the catcher, Deviney, so the runners will advance. Ball 1 to Warren. Next pitch is a strike, so 1-1 to Warren. 3 for 5. 2 runs batted in. And the 1-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. Swinging a grounder to third. Bobbled by Galano. Throw to first is not in time. Throw to third, not in time. And that will score a run on the error, and it's now 17-2.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Chandler Corley.
So 17-2. And Corley at the plate. And again, still nobody out. 12 batters have reached to start the inning, as this is a foul ball into the stands for strike 1. Because there's 10 runs. The 0-1 pitch to Corley is outside for a ball. And it's 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch is a strike, and it's 1-2. Stetson Smith on at third. Mike Warren on at first. Swinging a grounder to short. They'll flip to second for 1, get 1 runner. So first out of the inning. Another run does score, though, on the fielder's choice, and it's 18-2. So Spencer Harvey is going to pinch hit for Ryan Patterson. $11 runs in the inning. And the pitch gets away from the catcher, Deviney. So ball 1 will move Corley down to second. Harvey, the senior from Guyton, Georgia. 1 for 18 on the season with a double. And first pitch, or 1-0 pitch, excuse me, is high. And it's 2-0. Two-0 pitch, letter high for a strike. So the first 12 batters in the inning reached for the Pirates. 11 runs in the frame. To make this game 18-2 as that pitch is outside. And it's 3-1. 3-1 pitch fouled off. Out of play. It's 3-2. Swinging a pop-up. This could be playable for the catcher, Deviney, but it drifts into the stands. And this one, again, popped foul. That's going to get out of play. Three-two pitch lifted foul down the third baseline. Six runs in the first, one in the third, 11 here in the seventh for the Pirates. Salem International with two in the third. And a swing and a miss, strike three will be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Zach Goebel.
That brings up number 32, Zach Goebel.
Goebel 2 for 4, singled and scored earlier this inning. First pitch from Dalton is a strike. Trent Dalton, the fourth pitcher of the game for Salem International, started the game at second base. Came in relief of Donato Galano, the third baseman, as there's a grounder to first. Van Meter will flip it to Dalton covering. That will retire the side, but not before the Pirates plate 11. We head to the eighth. 18-2, Pirates lead. Chad Jackson back with you here at Pirate Field. Numerous changes for the Pirates heading into the top of the 8th inning, including a new pitcher, as Sid Royal's going to come in relief of Matt Meeks. Meeks went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. Struck out 8, did not walk a batter. And Royal will face Josh Van Meter, the first baseman, to lead things off. First pitch to him is inside for a ball. Staying in the game for the Pirates, Stetson Smith is playing second base as there's a check swing and a miss. Also, Spencer Harvey stays in the game to play right field. Coming into play short is Cal Young, and coming into play left field is Tyler Epps, as Royal's next pitch is low for a ball. Royal, 6'1" junior out of Screven, Georgia, and transfer from Georgia Southern. 2 appearances this season. He's thrown 4 innings of 1-hit shutout ball and has walked 2. And the 3-1 pitch is outside for ball 4, so Van Meter draws a leadoff walk from Royal.
That brings up your pitcher, number 8, Trent Dalton.
Pitcher Trent Dalton will bat now. 1 for 2 with a single his last at bat. First pitch to him is a strike. Fastball again, a strike from Royal. And a swing and a miss, strike 3, and out on strikes is Dalton for the first out of the inning. Now we'll bring us back to the top of the Salem International order for Tyler Alt. Alt 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. He also grounded into a double play. First pitch to him is high. Royal joined the Pirates from Georgia Southern last year. As there is a strike, made 14 appearances in 3 starts, 1-3 record for the Pirates, 22 strikeouts and 23 2/3 innings pitched. He pitched in 3 games for Georgia Southern as a freshman back in 2015. 1-1 pitch from Royal, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Royal played his high school ball at Wayne County High School, 2-time All-Region honoree and All-State honoree as a senior. That is tapped foul over towards the Pirates dugout. The 1-2 pitch, down and away for ball 2. And the 2-2 pitch, called strike 3, and out on strikes is all for the second out of the inning.
That brings up the third baseman, number 15,
Donato Galano will bat, 1 for 3. Flew out to left field his last time up. Started the game at third, went and pitched to a couple batters in the 11-run 7th inning, then went back to third base when he was relieved by Dalton. First pitch to him is letter high for a strike. Runner goes on the pitch by Royal, and pitch was a ball. Van Meter will take second. As there's a fly ball into shallow center field, Mike Warren will come in and make the grab for the final out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Pirates lead it 18-2. The 8th inning. And Tyler Epps will bat. Came in defensively for Will Hodges last half inning. Epps, the 5'7" junior lefty from Statesboro, Georgia. 2 for 6 on the season with 3 runs scored. First pitch to him is foul down the first base line for strike 1. Trent Dalton begins his second inning of work. He came in relief of a couple pitchers in that 11-run 7th inning. Breaking ball down low for ball 1. Again, second game coming up after the conclusion of this one. 7-inning affair between the Tigers and the Pirates. Swinging a fly ball into shallow right field, and that's going to fall in between the second baseman and the right fielder, and it's going to be a hustle double for Tyler Epps to lead off the 8th. Third time this season the Pirates have had 20 or more hits in a game, as that's the 21st of the contest. They had 20 and 23 in 2 games last weekend against Payne, as Timothy Gray comes to the plate. Gray 2 for 4 in the game today. First pitch to him is a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Dalton with the pitch. Breaking ball strike. It's 0-2. St. Leo continues to lead Armstrong State softball 3-1 in the 4th inning down in Melbourne. St. Leo ranks 16th in the country. Armstrong State ranked 4th, as that pitch is high for a ball. Pirates will play later today against East Stroudsburg. And the 1-2 pitch down and away for ball 2 to Gray. Breaking ball grounder to third. Galano up with it, throws on to first, and there's one away. And with one down, it'll bring up Caleb Slaughter.
Now batting first baseman, number 15, Caleb Slaughter.
Slaughter doubled in a pair of runs his last time up, 1 for 5 in the game. First pitch is outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. The pitch from Dalton. Down low, it's 2-0. Epps leads away from second. Led off the inning with a double as that pitch is a strike. Swing and a deep fly ball to left field. This one is carrying, and this one is gone. Caleb Slaughter with his second home run of the season, a 2-run shot to deep left field, and it is now 20-2.
Home run, Caleb Slaughter.
So Slaughter's now driven in 4, a 2-run double and a 2-run home run, making it 20-2. And now Mark Felton will bat 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. First pitch to him, high for a ball. Be sure to join us over at Alumni Arena at 4 o'clock for Armstrong State women's basketball. Senior day for the Pirates against Francis Marion. As there's a shot into left field, but drifting back and making the catch is Matthew Flores for out number 2. So 2 down for Stetson Smith, who singled in a run as a pinch hitter in the 7th. Felton with the pitch, strike to Smith. Smith was a Peach Belt Freshman of the Week honoree last year for the Pirates. Looks at another strike from Felton, or from Dalton, excuse me. And it's 0-2. O2 pitch upstairs for ball 1. And the 1-2 pitch popped up into very shallow center field. Drifting back is the shortstop, Alt. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. We head to the 9th here at Pirate Field. Armstrong State leads it 20-2. We head to the top of the ninth, and for the Pirates, sophomore Zach Goebel's going to come in and pitch the ninth inning, the designated hitter in the game today for the Pirates, making his second appearance of the season. He threw a scoreless inning, struck out one against Morehouse Wednesday before last. And he replaces Sid Royal, who threw a shutout inning in the eighth. And Goebel will face the 3, 4, 5 hitters in the order for Salem International, as Matthew Flores will lead things off. Flores 2 for 3 with a single and a 2-run double. He has accounted for the 2 Salem International runs in this contest. First pitch is right over the plate for a strike. 20-2. Pirates have put up a 22-hit attack against the Tigers. Batted around twice, did so in the first and the 6-run first inning. Did so again in the 11-run 7th inning, as that is fouled off out of play. And the count is 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, it hits him. Flores trots down to first base, hit with the 0-2 fastball by Goebel. And it brings up Zach Mullinex, the center fielder. Mullinex 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. First pitch from Goebel is a strike. Fastball, big swing and a miss from Mullinex. And it's 0-2. Swing and a fly ball down the right field line. Spencer Harvey will drift over and make the catch for out number 1. And brings up Sean Deviney, the catcher. Deviney 1 for 3, with that triple. That was in the 4th inning. First pitch to him from Goebel, low for a ball. Next pitch, right over the plate for a strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Deviney. Pirates trying to wrap up this first win of the weekend. Again, first of 4 games between these two teams, as that pitch is low and outside. 7-inning affair coming your way about 25 minutes after this game is done. Then 2 tomorrow, a 9 and a 7. 2-1 pitch outside is 3-1. Three-one pitch fouled back to the screen. pitch is outside for ball 4. So 2 runners on with 1 out for the right fielder, Stephen Craddock.
That brings up the right fielder, number 6, Steve Craddock.
Craddock 0 for 3, has grounded out twice and struck out once. Grounds this one to second. They'll go to short for 1, and they throw behind the runner at third, but Molnick's able to get back to the bag.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Ethan Turner.
So 2 down with runners at the corners. For Ethan Turner, he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Foul ball as that pitch is, or the runner was going from first on the pitch, and it's now 0-2. And that pitch bounces in the dirt for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Goebel steps off the rubber. Trying to get that final strike, final out of the contest. And it's low and in the pitch for 2-2. Swing and a grounder to short. Corley can't handle it, and that's going to be an error, or excuse me, Cal Young can't handle it. And that's going to be an error on Cal Young, and 2 runs will score to make it 20-4.
Now batting first baseman, number 3, Josh Van Meter.
And that brings up the first baseman, Josh Van Meter, who is 1 for 2 of the walk. No balls, 2 strikes. On the first baseman, Josh Van Meter. Goebel with the pitch popped up. Gray gives chase, but it's going to fall out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, the delivery from Zach Goebel. Grounded up the middle. This time Young gets to it, throws on to first, and that will end the game. Armstrong State wins game 1, 20-4. And fans, we will talk to you from Alumni Arena for Armstrong State women's basketball against Francis Marion coming up at 4 o'clock. Chad Jackson saying good afternoon from Pirate Field. We'll see you soon over at Alumni Arena.